course, the readings are going to be a vibe check-in. Just kind of see where you're at. And then we're going to do why your manifestation's blocked, which there can be a lot of reasons why stuff isn't coming in. And it's just kind of diving into that stuff. So I am going to be changing the camera angle today to where you guys have the view of the cards coming down here. And if you guys like it this way, I'll start doing it this way for the pick-a-cards, so that it's like it'll start with knowing the backdrop, being all nice and calm and stuff, and then it's like we'll get into the cards. So let me show you guys. I have to move the camera to do it. Whoop, a little too much. There we go. Okay. So it's going to be this view, and you guys are going to be able to see all the cards as I'm laying them out and stuff a little better than, you know, up there staring at that and then having the space. So it's like a quick little like zoom down kind of thing. Okay, my kitty is deciding to climb all over my stuff at the moment. Excuse you, sir, that's not what this is here for. No, oh my gosh. Dude. You're being a little bit ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I did not do this for you to lay on it. Well, he made himself comfy. Since you're there, you better stay there. Okay. So, we're gonna have a space like this. Now, the first reading I'm gonna be doing is the vibe check-in. Hey, hun. And for this one, it's our pick-a-card Monday, so we're doing back-to-back pick-a-cards. So for the vibe check-in, it's kind of seeing where you are. Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay, Owen. Yeah, but for the vibe check-in, it's pretty much just kind of getting a feeling of where you are. Possibly some advice in it for working through it if you're feeling kind of stuck. It's pretty much whatever wants to come out, because this is pretty timeless. It's like whenever you watch it, whatever you pick or you're pulled to, it's gonna be just kind of checking in on how you're feeling energetically, which can be anything. It can be mental, it can be spiritual, it can be physically, it can be emotionally. It's like anything that's very strong that wants to be picked up is pretty much gonna be what's being pulled today. Oh, hey, hon, I haven't seen you in a bit either. But, so we're going to be doing the vibe check-in. I do want to tell you guys that I'm really excited. I already have one oracle deck yet, and I'm waiting on another one to be approved, which I'm really excited about. Plus, I'm going to be making 2 more oracle decks and a tarot, which is going to take me a little longer, but it's a lot of fun and very creative. And for those of you that don't know, after April, I'm not going to be taking personal readings anymore because I'm going to be doing a lot of different creative things. And I want to have time for that because I really have a lot of fun with that. But I'm still going to be going live on here and then uploading everything to YouTube as well. So it's like still gonna be like a lot of fun and hanging out and stuff. It's just that, you know, you have to balance things, and that's something I've been taught very hard, is like you can't try to do everything. You have to do what makes you the most happy. and then like find your balance with it. Otherwise you just completely drain yourself. Aw, Ruby, you can't see the new thing I'm doing then. I'm doing a different camera view so you guys can see the the cards better. But anyways, like I was saying, we're gonna do vibe check-in first. So I'm gonna decide on the crystals that we're gonna use for this vibe check-in. And first one we're gonna be doing is Larimar. Now this little piece is very high quality Larimar. It is very expensive, but also, you know, I just love this stone so much. Second group, and I'll be showing them and talking about all of them. The second group is going to be blue fluorite. Then let's see, this sparkly Smokey Amethyst, and this fourth pile, you definitely got something going on because it's hard for me to decide on something. We're going to be doing the zebra Jasper for the fourth group. That was, everyone else kind of just wanted to come up. I don't know if you guys are feeling more shy or you're just like having trouble making decisions, but this one was a little hesitant. No, Misty has more Moldavite. I have some good pieces, but I do not have near as much as Misty. You're not late, hun. This is a new view that I'm doing for you guys, so you can see the cards better. Like, you know, the startup screen is going to be all the crystals still, but then I'm going to move it to where you guys can see the cards better. But, so these are our groups. I'm going to go ahead and show you each of them close up so you can make your decision. So our first group, our Larimar for the vibe check-in, is this little pretty sphere right here. Very, for those of you that are in podcast, very ocean vibes, very, it's almost like waves and foam washing up on the beach. Like, it's a very serene kind of coloring. And then it also has bits of like deep browns in it that are natural to the stone. So it's a very calming, like, baby blue. Like, literally, it looks like how waves like washing up on the ocean in the sunlight looks. So yeah, it's like Earth. But I'm a little too close to the camera because I was reading what you guys were saying. But yeah, this is very good to be paired with Moldavite as well. Like she was saying, I mean, he was saying, Owen, I'm over here like she. But so there's our first group, and our second group is gonna be the blue fluorites, and this one has pretty rainbows in it. Ma'am, get it together. I'm okay, Owen. But this one has very pretty rainbows in it. Let me see if I can find the big flash that goes across here. Because there's like a really pretty blue flash that goes across like this whole thing, and I'm trying to find it in here, wherever it's hiding. But yeah, this right here, it's a very, it's deeper blue than the Larimar, but it gets lighter towards the bottom and has almost more of a green, clear color towards the bottom and has rainbows going throughout it. It's a very, very pretty piece. It's a tower. So we got our blue fluorites. And then we have amethyst, our smoky amethyst. Over here with all those rainbows. Just Rainbow City over here. Just if it wants to come up a little more in the camera, I'd appreciate it. But you wanna go over here, maybe? You wanna show some of your rainbows not fuzzed out? I'd appreciate it. But, very rainbow filled piece. But this little smoky amethyst piece that is just filled with pretty rainbows. That's our third choice. And then my little group that really was having trouble over here. So this is the zebra Jasper. Little pyramid we have going on over here. There's one side of this that has some red going up in here. There we go. That's the side. But yeah, there's a little red streak in there too. Okay, so these are our 4 piles right here to choose from. If you guys are still deciding, I'm going to go ahead and show you the decks we're going to be using today for the vibe check-in. So we're going to be using the Moonology Oracle. And we're going to be doing the True Black Tarot. I know a lot of you are probably like, okay, she's pulling out a bunch of the cards that usually are rude and mean, but that is not what I'm going for here with the vibe check. I'm just realizing this just now. Then we're going to be using the Dream Oracle. And the Black Moon Astrology. Okay, so I feel like you guys have had your time to pick what you're going to choose for your vibe check-in piles. Now, if you're not sure on a crystal, maybe focus on a number, because sometimes that can help too if you pick up on visuals easier when you like close your eyes and just think, or maybe just doing that you'll get a color. But if you're having trouble, you can try different things than just staring at the crystal. There's a lot of different ways. Or you can just listen, and whatever you start kind of feeling like applies to you, don't force it. But if something like applies to you or there's multiple messages, don't cut yourself short. Just listen to what feels right. So our first group is going to be our Larimar, which I'm going to set over here. And I'm going to put our other choices over here. So you guys can still see them, but, well, you should be able to see them if I haven't put them, like, off the thing. But, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Okay, my Larimars. Let's see what's going on for your vibe check-in. What kind of energy are you rolling with right now? Oh, that one just wanted to fall out. Oh, okay. So you guys have Jupiter return with some benefits. And I don't know why I saw this and thought of friends with benefits. So, Maybe some of you are having some romantic stuff going on right now with this vibe check-in, or maybe you're not really looking for some serious commitment right now, but you want to have fun. Ooh. That might actually be quite true for you guys, because this fourth house roots wanted to jump out here reversed. So it's not like this energy of like, I want a family, I want like to be tied down. Like you guys really are starting to feel more like the needing freedom and independence kind of energy is what you guys are in right now. Like, you don't want people telling you what to do. You don't, it's like you want to just explore, because Jupiter is like, you know, that Sagittarius energy of discovery and just learning, and you guys aren't really in the mode of wanting to be tied down. You want to learn. Some of you might actually be leaving home and going to school. Since it seems like you're not wanting to really stay wherever you are currently. We get Capricorn coming out here. I use. Now, this has 22 energy, which is very intuitive energy. We have a lot of blue here, and even though we don't have water on the board, this blue and purple is really speaking to like subconscious and intuition type energy. And having both of these upright is almost like I'm using things to my benefit, is pretty much what this feels like. Like, you know that being tied down isn't helping you right now. You're actually using your intuition more. Some of you have a lot of ambitions coming out. You're being pulled to your purpose, because 22 does reduce to 4, which is that Uranus North Node energy, where it's very unpredictable, but at the same time, it's like you're feeling really pulled to it. This is also giving you possibly some drive. I don't know why I keep hearing this. I heard drive, I heard libido. I don't know. There's some people in here that definitely their vibe check is like, they just want some and then they're done. Like, they don't want the whole enchilada. They just want, that wham bam energy. Some of you are really in that right now. It's probably why this I use is coming up. It's like, I know what I want here. I don't want like specific things. But if you're doing this, don't use people. That could be another thing. Some of you might be in the energy where you're hurting people, because fourth house is Cancer energy. You could be leaving scars. If this is applying to you, you better be saying your boundaries up front and being completely honest with people. Now, it isn't your fault if you're completely honest and then people try to cling, because you put your stuff up front and they agreed to it. So if you're feeling guilty about putting up a boundary and then someone's trying to cross it and get more, make sure that you have that sure footing, because you know, some people don't understand boundaries, and I'm not a judgmental person. You do you, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you're being honest, because all this blue is throat chakra. It's being very honest with what you want to do. And Gemini, more blue coming out over here. We get Gemini, I think. Yeah, some of you are a lot more in the... you're not really in this emotional place. Like, whether that is like going off and learning things, whether that's like being a little more non-committal in relationships, or just getting away from family. You guys are more in your mental body right now. You're more just, you know, happy exploring this area, and you're just being pulled to it. It's not like you're necessarily like, of course, this energy right here, whoever this energy is, whether it's family or relationships, whatever this is that's trying to tie you down, might be getting kind of butthurt in more ways than one. But this whole energy is pretty much like you exploring, you learning, and this is learning about yourself, because this is learning about your mind. This is also you learning how to speak up and say what you're thinking, instead of just, you know, rolling over and, you know, letting people like tie you down and stuff. This is you saying, like, you know, I want to do what I want. Okay, car. But also, if you're hearing a lot of random noises, my neighbor is getting their roof done, and it sometimes turns into a random tsunami. But yeah, that's happening. But this whole energy is just wanting to be higher mind and ambitious and doing things, especially things you've been thinking about for a while. This is also working on moving out of that fear mentality and just like being stuck in old belief systems. You guys are really expanding, is pretty much what it is. And you, the bottom of the deck, more of this colored energy reversed over here, and we have the sun with spirit as the bottom of the deck energy. So this being reversed is like some of these people are gonna think you're doing this because you're full of yourself, because the sun is representative of the ego, when in reality it's like they're not seeing it from your perspective. They're seeing it from where, you know, they're hurt. So I really feel like some people are going to be coming from a hurt place towards you. But like I said, if those of you that aren't being honest and you're actually in this space where you're doing things to people and you're not being upfront and you're leading them on, that shit's going to bite you. It's going to come to light. So you better be watching out what you're doing and be more honest. It's never too late to start that if that's what you're feeling. Oh, okay, we're just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, some of you are definitely in that sexual energy, because King of Wands wanting to jump out like that. I mean, look at this guy. He barely has something covering his stuff down there. It's like in the wind, kind of. And he's holding that upright. It's like he's hailing a taxi. Look at his hand. It's like he's trying to call someone over, I swear. Some of you are really in this energy of just like, hey, I'm here for a good time. Like I said, just be honest, be upfront. Some of you are in this energy of starting something new, especially with this Two of Pentacles energy here. Look at the little ferret. But with this Two of Pentacles energy, it's like there's definitely some benefits coming in. Like there's some promising things that balance with you guys, for one thing. Like you guys, there's probably a huge imbalance of you allowing people to tie you down, and this is you reclaiming this part of yourself. But also this is you learning to balance the two also, because if you're looking, this is reminding me of pyrite too, like not only Two of Pentacles, but there's like what he's sitting on reminds me of pyrite, this little gold guy over here. And there is a shark on this pentacle coin. Like I said, some of you really need to balance out your need for freedom with being honest. Like you can't just run off and do things without thinking of the consequences right now. It's like, it's different if people put their own expectations. That's something they need to learn. But if you're very upfront and very honest, then there really is nothing here for you to be afraid of. Because especially when it comes to relationships. But for those of you that this is more learning, or possibly like you're learning because you're wanting to create a business, because Capricorn's very ambitious energy. This is like big boss energy over here. This is like creating this stability, but it's sitting in all this very fiery creative energy. It's also a lot of confidence coming out, and that could be for any of you. For those of you that are acting out of ego and being asshats, though, this definitely is saying you're gonna burn yourself, so you need to like chill out and start being honest. Honesty is the best policy for this group, like for real. You guys also had the Nine of Coins flip out. You guys are definitely, this is independent success. This isn't like, you guys are really learning independence. And if you're not quite in this yet, is what you're craving, but you don't know. It's like you're in your head thinking about it. It's like you're needing to get the confidence to actually start saying that this is what you want. Because there's a lot of independent energy here. Pretty much everything coming out is literally saying, like, I'm gonna do this shit myself, or that I want to do this. It's not like this feeling like, oh, I'm alone. It's like, hey, I want to be alone, so can you guys like give me my space? Is pretty much more what this feels like. This could also be someone being happily single too. That kind of energy. It's like, you know, I'm getting what I want. I don't really need all this other energy all up in my space. This definitely could be relationship related for some of you. Just gonna have the lovers pop out. But I feel like this group, seriously, you guys are deciding to make choices that are more aligned with your own fate. Because this, like, all these threads being tied together is like that tapestry type energy where you're just bound to something, but it's balanced. So this could be you literally finding that love for self here, and that's why you're gaining this independence. You're choosing you. For some of you, this could actually be since you've been in this energy, like you've been getting your coin, you've been, you know, doing stuff on your own, really taking charge. Your confidence is going to pull somebody in. And you're not really looking for anything right now. So this might stay as a friendship, but this is definitely someone that's romantically interested in you. I picked this skirt. So let's see. Yeah, you guys are definitely, this one wants to come out too with it. Okay. Yeah, you guys are in this energy of really changing your perspective. Because you have the Hangman that wanted to fly out with this Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, Eight of Wands is like, you know, these messages, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But there's certain things, especially with this Gemini energy, there's certain conversations you had that you've been thinking about, and it's almost like you're looking at them from a different point of view. Like I said, this is very like broadened point of view. It's very open. Like you guys are like really choosing to see things from different angles. That's why you're getting all this new energy, and it's because you've been through a lot. This reversal here is either you looking back and realizing just how little effort some people put into communicating with you, and that's why you're cutting cords. It could also be energy of what was, like, some people, like I said, some people aren't understanding the boundaries you're putting up. Because you're looking at this, like I said, some of you can be looking at this from a single, I don't want to commit perspective, and other people are like getting very agitated. But if you're being honest and upfront, this is your life, okay? You don't need to answer to people if you're being honest and upfront about your intentions. If you're not, and you're getting a bunch of nasty shit sent your way, you need to be accountable for it and start being honest. Like I said, the longer you go around carrying secrets with you, the worse it's going to get. And you're just going to end up blocking the flow of what you have. Because this is like very nice flow energy, like very independent energy. But you could end up blocking it really quick and burning yourself out if you're trying to constantly keep up stories, is pretty much what this feels. It's like dishonest energy over here. But like I said, this could be you guys literally like doing your own independent thing and just realizing like other people and their dishonesty really isn't worth your time. bottom of the deck, we have Four of Swords for our bottom of the deck. So, having the Four of Swords as bottom of the deck energy is basically trying to tell you guys there are some things. Okay, there's a lot going on in this group. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I don't know how many people chose this thing or are going to choose this thing, but there's so many different things. Some of you, there's certain, like I said, there's certain situations where you're not allowing yourself to tell the truth because of like backlash or whatever. You need to, like I said, honesty, this group is so big, but it's like there is something where like you need to kind of, because this Four Swords for this energy, the ones that aren't being honest, it's almost like you need to cut it out. You need to give it a rest. You need to quit doing this to people because it's definitely going to bite you in the ass very quickly. And it's going to start blocking a lot of things that were working for you. For those of you that are wanting the no attachments and you're being honest and upfront about it, it's pretty much like when people are blowing up and doing certain things, just distance yourself and work on you is pretty much what it is, because that's their problem if you're being upfront and they're trying to do this kind of thing and push it. For others of you that are doing this independent thing, you're creating, you're doing like some business venture, going to school, remember to take care of yourself, because you guys could easily like burn the midnight oil and end up crashing, because this is a lot of energy. It's like pretty much like remember to take care of yourself. Remember to slow down every once in a while. Even if you're being pulled to do something, you still need to sleep. So you need to fit this where this is applying for you guys. So let's see what else wants to come out here. We have flying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Arise and see a higher point of view. Coming out with Jupiter and the King of Wands, like okay. But this is pretty much Jupiter energy. It's like seeing the broader perspective. And you guys have a whole lot of this going on. You are definitely seeing things more clearly than a lot of people, and you're being more honest with yourself. For those of you that are not, you really need to start trying to put yourself in other people's shoes and realize what you're doing. Because seeing a different point of view, this is something outside of your ego. So it's like if you're afraid or like insecure and doing things like that, it's saying like, you know, pretty much get over yourself and start seeing different points of view. For some of you, all you've been living in is other people's points of view, and it's telling you like it's time to fly. Like if you're feeling that way, or that if you're already doing this, like keep doing it. Like people are on their own stages right now. I'm done. I'm so done with what I've been pulling for you guys. And I felt this with the first card. You have literally a card here saying sex, kiss, and hug. And it's not saying freaking like this intimate depth thing. It's literally saying sex. Like point blank for some of you. But this is also face and embrace all parts of yourself. Like I said, that honesty with you guys. And it's being honest with this area too. Like I said, whichever way this is applying to you guys, this it's just a straight very straightforward. Make sure you're being honest with what you want with yourself, and then being honest with other people, no matter where this is applying. For some of you, if it's more the business and venture thing instead of this romance thing I've been feeling throughout this reading, this is you realizing there's other aspects of yourself that can add to this. It can make it actually more profitable for you. So don't discount any part of yourself. Oh, okay. So these popped out together. We have teeth. Once again, this is reminding me of some heavy, you know what vibes over here, some BDSM type things. Hey, shorty. But, we get, this lovely, red hot passion energy, and it's saying take a bite out of life, which I feel like you guys are doing no matter which aspect this is in, whether it is romance, business, higher learning, whatever it is for you guys. You guys are definitely on this kick right now where like you're wanting to live life, and it's a lot different than what you're used to, because having this child card, for some of you, be careful that are running around doing the sex kiss hug thing, because you know, child popping up in this reading with it. You guys better be using protection if you're not wanting the roots over here with the family, because that would definitely be a root. But this child one is give yourself permission to play, which I feel like that's what choosing you is. It's like allowing yourself to follow things that you once probably thought that either you weren't good at, or like you didn't give yourself a chance to do. But now it's getting to this point where it's like, you know, that confidence is kicking in. You're wanting to try something. You could possibly be bored with this Gemini energy of the same old mundane day-to-day kind of energy. So you're like, you know what, I'm gonna give myself a chance to do something different. You're changing your perspective on something that you possibly thought you couldn't do, and you're just giving it a go. That could also go for exploring different sides of your sexuality. I swear this group, you oh my goodness. Okay, and then we have house and home. I'm telling you guys, for some of you that are doing this and you're really not wanting the roots, you better be using protection, because this house, home, child with this sex kiss hug and all the guys, for some of you, this is legit coming out and letting you know, if you are not wanting to get tied down and you're being upfront, make sure either who you're with is being honest about protection, or you're using protection, because this could definitely be someone trying to tie you down. So, and we have come home to the residence of your soul resonance. Now, like I was saying before, obviously wherever the romantic thing applies to whoever it's sticking to. But for those of you that are more of just being independent, like whether it's business, learning, all that kind of things, creative endeavors, this is making where you are creating feel more like a home than just a house. It's not just a place where you do this. Like, create an area where you're very comfortable, because otherwise you're going to feel very blocked off creatively, because this is coming out with this kind of boredom, things coming very slowly, like all that kind of stuff. It's like, make sure you create a space that really like speaks to you, because that could be a big reason why you're kind of blocked off creatively, is where you're deciding to create is actually the block itself. But like I said, some of you that aren't wanting kids, you better be watching out for this this energy. And bottom of the deck, we have, well then, we have fire. Just straight up fire going on over here. Oh my gosh. Take responsibility for your power. This is the honesty I was talking about. This is taking responsibility. Whatever area this is hitting home for you, if it's multiple areas, whatever it is, be honest. Recognize that what you're doing holds a lot of weight and you need to be upfront about it. It also holds a lot of weight with yourself, so be honest with yourself because you're really dimming yourself by not doing this. Especially since you guys got so much energy going on. It's very expansive energy. So don't sell yourself short over here. But also this is, for those of you that are doing the wrong thing and not telling the truth, you have to realize what you're doing. You're really going to be burning some bridges hardcore if you don't chill out and start being honest with people. You might end up breaking homes up too. So you need to make sure if you're doing stuff with people, they're being honest, because you could be a third party without knowing it. I'm done. I am so done with you guys. We got full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. I swear, this sexual humor in this pile. But this is reversed over here. For some of you, this no strings situation over here isn't everything you thought it was cracked up to be. That's why some of you are splitting. But you need to be honest about why you're leaving. If they're not good in bed, and that's the thing, like the friends with benefits thing I heard, if they're not good in the way you thought, don't keep going and thinking, oh, like I'll make it work out. Like you weren't doing it to make it work out. You were, doing your thing, and if it's not a match, you need to be honest about that. Now, this is the same thing for business and creativity. If something is not a match, quit trying to force it. Because all it's doing is stifling you. It's making you feel like, why can't I do this? And if you're blocked, if it's not happening, it's telling you, hey, like, trying to like snap you and like get your attention here. It's trying to say the reason that this feels so blocked off and like there's no passion, there's no drive, all these things is literally because the connection isn't there. It doesn't resonate with you. So quit trying to either copy someone else or possibly trying to force yourself into a box. This is very expansive, guys. This isn't like in a box energy. This is actually very, very loud energy. Full moon. You guys, all these full moons already coming out. And in 2 weeks, we just had the new moon yesterday, so the next upcoming moon is a full moon. And I believe this full moon's gonna be in Scorpio. Damn, you guys. Freaking sex sign too for your full moon. But full moon, surrender to the divine coming out here. Trust your damn instincts, guys. Like, if you don't want to get tied down and you feel like someone's being dishonest with you with this stuff, and this is like coming out like a major warning for those of you that are like, kind of playing the field, and then all of a sudden someone kind of comes in out of nowhere and all of a sudden you got a kid. This is really coming out like a warning for your vibe check. But this is also for those of you that are having trouble with like, that feeling of like, not having that spark, that creativity. This is pretty much stop and listen to your subconscious and just allow yourself, give permission to do different things instead of trying to repeat the same thing. Aw, thank you for the biddy. Really appreciate it. Like I was saying for you guys, another full moon. I feel like this is really trying to speak to some of you guys are really full of yourself, having a bunch of full moons and then having a full moon Leo. Don't let pride get in your way over here. like I was saying, don't, it is not honesty if you're getting pompous and trying to push your opinions on other people. You still need to respect people's feelings. You don't, like, obviously they need to respect you too. But there is a balance to this. There isn't this thing where you come out and just trash people. Like, don't lose yourself in this mess. For some of you, it just feels like a lot of drama. This is very random, but some of you definitely are having a good hair day. This is this group, I swear, I don't even know what to think with you guys anymore. Vanity, I think that's what that was trying to tell me. There is a lot of vanity here, and you need to be honest with yourself and honest with other people. Because if you're having a lot of vanity and, you know, worry about different things, you're going to end up with what you don't want, and you're going to be stuck with it. Like, it's just how it's going to roll, because that's how you decided to play your cards over here. For some of you, this pride is trying to do everything yourself, and it's like you're wondering why a soulmate isn't coming in for you. It's literally because you're in this mindset of, I can do everything myself, I don't need anybody, but then at the same time I'm lonely. It's not like you're saying, like, you know, I want to give affection and receive affection. It's more like, I can do everything myself, but I'm lonely. It's like that mindset isn't bringing anything in, it's just complaining. Okay, right as I say that, we we get a new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. So yeah, God, this group in freaking romance and relationships, and I mean, Leo rules the 5th house, which is romance and relationships too. Libra is partnerships. This group, I can't. This romance coming out with the lovers, having IUs. Like I said, there's a back and forth here. There's a need for balance. You have the scales and the 2 of pentacles. It needs to be even footing. You can't go into something and not be honest, no matter how new it is or whatever kind of strings attached you're planning to put on this thing. It needs to be completely honest and upfront. Some of you just want to play around and have fun right now because other things are way too heavy in your life for anything that's like this. For others of you, that's what people are doing to you. And you need some honesty up front. And with this, having this purple energy, like I said, that subconscious intuition you guys got going on, if that's what you're feeling, you're right. You're not being delusional. You got the Hangman over here. You got some wisdom going for you. What are you doing? My cat, like but this, for you guys, you need to talk. Some of you, the whole thing here is you need to talk. And that's why Gemini's here. It's like you're thinking a lot, but you're not saying it. It's like you need to start speaking up about these things. Some of you are really going to be falling in love with some ideas because you finally let go of this pride over here of needing it to, like, whatever you're learning or whatever you're doing to be a certain way, and you start something new, and it's like you're literally bringing in a bunch of new energy, and it really resonates with you a lot more. It brings in a lot more creativity, and you have these two coming out. Oh my God, I'm done. These two coming out together. We got full moon in Gemini. You have one new moon, guys. You have one new moon in this whole thing. But you have full moon in Gemini and full moon in Pisces. The answers you need are coming. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Once again, we have more balance. Again, even with the sign it's like it has the fishies, okay? Some of you are acting or not acting because you feel like you need more information. What you need is on its way. It's coming a lot quicker than you think. You think it probably feels like it's taken forever. But the thing is, you guys aren't balanced. Once you kind of figure out the weird odds and ends, and actually, be a little more practical with what you're deciding to do, being a little more open and honest. For those of you that are being honest, like I was saying, watch out for burnout. Like, this could be you guys literally being told, like, you need to, like, balance things out and slow down a little bit before you burn out. Because like I said, you guys are all at different places in this group, and some of you are just off on your thing where you've made something, you're putting all your energy into it, and don't let your pride, and like obviously be proud of what you're doing, but don't let your pride in trying to keep everything up lead to burnout, because you need to have a balance here. If you're struggling to find that balance, things are going to come in that help you. It might be people that give you a different way of looking at how to balance these things. It might literally be just random ideas that come in and you're like, oh wait, that's a good way to kind of like carve some time for myself. But this is prioritizing for you guys. And then bottom of the deck, be bold and make the first move. That applies to all of you. Literally every single one of you in this group. Yes, you are the ones that are making the first moves here. It's you guys. Not like literally this whole thing is literally you guys deciding to do something. So if you're, like I said, if you're waiting on information, if you're waiting on other people to make decisions, no. That's another reason why stuff isn't happening. You guys are the fire in this. You literally had fire as the bottom of the deck over there. So you guys are the ones starting. Just don't let your ego kind of like crop up and make you stop going towards what you know you want. Like if you're being really honest with yourself, because insecurities will crop up and make you act a certain way if you're not being honest with yourself. But let's see. Where were you 6 years ago? You guys chose Larimar. Which, like I was saying, is this beautiful, reminds me of a nice, just wash up on the shore wave that has like that sun reflection in it. I think you guys actually got the sun as one of your cards. But this energy over here is soothing, it's calming, but at the same time, it's blue, guys. It's throat chakra. It's talking. It's honest. It's communication. This is also intuition, because Larimar is very big on connection to your intuition and connection to your guides. And you guys have some surrendering to the divine over here, and a lot of blue and purple. So you guys definitely, and pink. You guys have this energy where you're tuned into this. So really, really listen. Like, don't ignore yourself, because you guys, like, this honesty is the best policy coming out for you guys like 50 million times in my head. The more honest you are with self, with literally soul in here, the more honest and aligned you are with that, and the more you communicate it outwards. This isn't just like being internally honest with yourself. This is you saying it. You're not just, existing in it, which is what you should be doing too, but it's like you need to be saying it. Because some of you, if you're not saying it, you're hurting other people. For others of you, if you're not saying it, you're actually staying in something even though you know what you want. So, and others of you need to be honest when you need to take breaks. But you guys definitely had a whole lot in in this group. But that's what I'm seeing for my Larimar peoples. You guys definitely got a whole shebang out of this vibe check. It's like, what you guys are probably guessing already what, if you're blocking any of your manifestations, what's happening with your vibe check-in over here. So it'd be interesting to know what you guys pick and if it goes with it. Like, that'd be really interesting when I do the other one. But yeah, my Larimars. Honesty, best policy, final words. So, we're gonna move to my second group, my blue fluorites. So let's go ahead and put this lovely little one over here and see what we are getting. Did I bump the thing? I don't think so. But let's see what we are getting for my blue fluorite group. Okay. I just want to go ahead and say, Tika, take a deep breath. Because I feel like this group needs it. I don't know why. It's just like, just a breath before we get started with you guys. With your vibe check-in. See where your energy's at. Okay. You guys get first house, the body, and this is reversed. I can see why you guys wanted that little bit of breathing at the beginning, because you guys are like outside of your body with this being reversed here. It's almost like anxiety with this. It's like not really feeling present in what's going on and very like pulled to the whims of what's going on around you. Really not feeling grounded within the self. And lacking confidence in that area as well. And you guys got Gemini, I think. So you guys are really up in your mental body. This definitely could be a lot of anxiety and intrusive thoughts and just feeling like I said, very uncomfortable with this over here. Ooh. And you guys are repressing feelings. Okay, this group. They are definitely coming for you guys right now. There are definitely some difficult feelings you guys are repressing right now. And you got Mercury mind. And what's interesting, you guys have Gemini. And this is upright with I think. And with this blue energy. Now, you also have Mercury, which rules Gemini with mind. But it's reversed, and it's green like this Cancer I feel with this repressed energy. And there's even yellows and golds like this body energy that's reversed over here too. So this is almost like you're thinking. There's definitely a flow of thoughts, but it's like hitting a wall. Because you're not realizing just how much your emotions are having an effect here. You could actually be having some health issues because you're repressing these things. And it's in a very deep part of your mind. This is very subconscious energy. This isn't surface level, you just like talking about things. There's definitely some buried energy in here that you guys, like, it's being called to your attention because you're sitting in this right now. Like, this is your vibe energy. Like I said, take a breath. I feel like I have to keep taking breaths with you guys. Um, you guys need your... I feel like you guys need a landing pad, if that makes sense. It's like you're so up there, like you need to come down and just kind of sit for a minute instead of being up in the air and like actually breathe. It's like you're so far up in the atmosphere that there's like no air. There's no like place where you can get oxygen. Like you need to come back down so you can get it again, because it's suffocating almost. And bottom of the deck we have Moon and Soul reversed. This has triple goddess energy in it, Maiden, Mother, Crone. Once again, blues and greens and yellows, guys. Like I said, this isn't just thinking. This is like deep down in your soul, in your subconscious, like repressed energy. If you're only allowing yourself to be very surface right now and possibly about other people, because this could be you just, you know, taking on gossip or worrying about other people's things and neglecting yourself, because all this stuff's reversed over here except for this communication area. You guys are neglecting a big part of yourself here, and it's why there's like this feeling of hitting the wall, like I was saying. Like you can't move past, and it's literally because there is a wall, and it's like you guys aren't meant to skirt around this one. Like you're not meant to find an easy way out. Gemini is about adapting. You guys are meant to learn how to work with this, how to adapt to it, how to mold it, because magician energy, and transmute it into something you can use. Because having soul energy coming out is pretty much like, hey, it's time to start like waking up and doing some things, but you can't do that if everything is feeling so out of whack over here. Once again, breathe. Gosh, guys. You really, I don't know if you actually need a guided meditation telling you to breathe, because there's so much heat. And I'm saying that we have the Two of Wands come out. Okay. You guys are torn. This Wands feeling. This right here looks like the world in this Two of Wands, usually depicted in the Rider-Waite. There's this guy holding a world and looking out over everything. But with this one, all there is the spheres. There's the world. There's butterflies coming off of it, this transformation kind of energy. I'm feeling for you guys this is very split, because there's two orbs here, and one is a lot larger than the other one. Like, I'm gonna hold this up just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There is one orb that is a lot bigger than the other one, and it has a lot more butterflies flying around it. But then there's the one above it that is smaller, probably half the size, if not smaller, and it has one little guy just kind of floating around up there with it. You know, everybody else is all like, oh, all this stuff with the big one, and then there's one little person with the tiny one up there. Now, like I said, this is Wands energy, and there's a bunch of little things with wings. You guys need to come down. This is about broader perspective, but you guys, there's no perspective for you guys to really like grasp onto, because you're outside of your body. You need to root yourselves. You might be having a lot of ideas. You might be having like a lot of visionary things you want to do, but then you sit down to do it and you're not comfortable enough. And it's like you end up just talking about shit. Like, because it's like the enthusiasm leaves you. God, I need to keep breathing with you guys. But this energy here is saying like you have a lot of opportunity, but you have to make the decision to do this work over here, because you putting everything into like just talking about things and not actually doing what's buried down in there is the reason why you can't ground any of your ideas. And we have Two of Cups reversed. Okay, so we're having twos showing up over here, so you guys could be seeing repeating twos. You got Gemini also up here with that two energy, but because of the twins. But when you guys are seeing the twos, it's trying to let you know you're being in that energy where you're ignoring your emotions and talking about bullshit. It's pretty much those numbers are calling you out. Like, no joke. You're just straight up being called out when you're seeing repeating twos. Like, you know, pay attention to what you're doing, because you're skirting around the issue and deciding to talk about surface shit, and it's not helping you at all. This also can be for some of you that you're thinking way too much about a relationship. You're putting too much pressure on it. It almost feels like you're putting all your eggs in one basket with this. It's a weird feeling, because like you feel very disconnected body wise, but like mentally thinking wise, it's like very pervasive. It's almost like you're not physically connected, more talking and mentally connected, not emotionally connected either, because this energy over here, and plus this being reversed, it's like that emotional connection or that even ground doesn't feel like it's there. But another breath. That's because you guys are not comfortable. You're feeling very insecure. You're feeling very scattered. Even these fish are floating above the water. I mean, like I said, that fish suffocate without water, guys. You guys have so much energy here that it's burying you. But it's burying you by letting you float away, as opposed to being buried underground. It's not, and this is what feels weird. It's not like you're not moving, because there's stuff happening, but it doesn't feel like anything's real or like anything is of substance. Very fleeting energy, because what's happening is you're not moving emotionally, and your emotions are so connected to how your body responds that physically it feels like you're not doing anything, but life is happening to you. Like I said with the very first card over here, it feels like everything's happening around you and you're just kind of in it trying to find your place, instead of being okay just being in yourself no matter what's going on around you. Oh, ah. Okay, oh, okay. You guys, there's a lot of ooh, okay cards wanting to flip out over here. This one came out first, and it was face up. Gosh, you guys are freaking exhausting me over here. You have the Strength card. This is trying to let you guys know that, okay, you might be scared. It feels like a lot. You think about it a lot, but you can do this. Also, this is allowing yourself to be vulnerable. This is realizing, because if you look in these cards, there's a broken arrow in this Two of Cups. And in the Strength card, she's actually holding arrows that she's snapping at the exact same place in the middle. So it's realizing that you're the one that has the control in the situation. even if you feel like you don't, you actually have more control. And for those of you that are feeling like you just have no grasp on your emotions whatsoever, this is pretty much like a kick saying, like, quit trying to play that victim energy and start like snapping on yourself. Like, some of you have some tough guides here that are saying like you can snap back. Like, you don't have to like sit here in this, like, some of you are moping, and that's why that's a little harsher. Some of you are really going through shit, and that's why you're being given like that pep talk of like, you know, pick yourself up and you can do it, like have that strength kind of thing. You might be feeling small, but for some of you, you're literally just going back and mowing over things over and over and over again and just not dropping it. Some of you could be holding a grudge with things, and it's like, you know, that Leo energy with that ego needing to like get over it and realize that you holding this is unhealthy. We also had this one flip out, Page of Wands, move, move forward. Some of you just need to move. It'll make you feel more present in your bodies, because like I said, some of this pile just gives me like this need to breathe thing, literally, like physically, this, and just feeling very boxed in. It's almost like being claustrophobic. But this page is dancing, and dancing with fire too. This is learning to dance with your creativity, learning to be excited and passionate about things again. Some of you, like I said, feel very disconnected from a relationship, and the only way you're going to find that passion again is by going in and understanding your own emotions. Instead of feeling like it's always the other person, there's probably something in here that you guys aren't acknowledging, and that's why things keep repeating. And we got the Three of Cups reversed, like I said, this, and the Fool, and the Hanged Man. Some of you really were in the gossip, like I was saying, this Three of Cups reversed. Some of you are really ignoring what you need to do and just filling it with bullshit. This could be the same people that are moping around. But this could also be what you're taking in as far as media or the internet, groups, whatever it is concerned. Just literally what you're feeding yourself in that way. And it's all you're talking about. It's what you're putting your emotions into, is this unhealthy relationship with what you're doing with your mind and how you're ignoring your body. But this right here, if we're going to look at this as a progression, you have this gossipy, possibly like people snickering behind your back, whatever kind of energy that's very heavy that feels like you just can't face it. This is something that you can push through, and it will bring in this Fool energy. This beautiful, new dove, peaceful lilies, all this stuff is in here. I mean, it's a little baby with wings, with a butterfly on its third eye. Like, there's just all this new energy coming in. If you can pinpoint this and stop running from it. And it's what you're being pushed into, but you keep almost fighting with it. And I'm going to tell you, once you guys do this, you're going to get that Hangman energy where you look back and you're like, I am so glad that I finally dealt with that. Like, it's going to be like this huge, like, relief lifted. And this Hangman, even though he looks uncomfortable, at least he's on the damn ground, guys. It's like you guys have like this float away kind of thing. This guy is so, he's the only image that is touching the ground in all of this. Everything else, nothing's touching the ground. Even the snake's floating over here. So you finally get to this place after this new energy, because you're still kind of floating, to where it's like, boom, you finally hit the ground, and it might hurt at first, but then it's finally like, oh shit, this feels good. Because you're finally able to breathe. And there's all these butterflies on the feet too. Even though the feet are up here, it's like you're realizing you really you really take flight when you're grounded. That's why the butterflies are coming with the feet instead of out of the head, like how it starts with the Fool. You guys realize the true transformation comes from you feeling grounded. So let's see the bottom of the deck. And you guys have Justice in reverse for one Libra energy. Also, I'm going to go ahead and say this. You guys got a lot of major arcana that want to show up for you guys, which means big decisions. It means doing things that are of substance. So if you feel like you're not doing that and you're down on yourself, like, start kicking yourself a little bit and being like, okay, if I don't like this, I'm going to do something. Because that Justice reversed is, for one, making me think of karmic things, reaping what you sow. There's a lot of depictions of wheat in these things, which is like that harvest representation. You guys working through this is literally planting karma for you. Now, for some of you, the reason this is happening is because karma's coming back and you're dealing with it. And this is you working through it to get to your more enlightened space. You're not going to be stuck in this forever, but you got to put in the work. You can't just sit here thinking like I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you're someone that, and this is going to sound harsh, but it seems like there's a lot of harsh upfront things coming out here. If you're one of those people that go and keep trying to get readings kind of like sustenance to kind of fill a void, and then it's like, instead of doing work and doing what you're told in the reading or whatever, it's like you watch it and the only things you pick up out of it is abundance is coming, it's gonna get better, but it's like that's the only thing you're taking from the reading. It's like, okay, things are gonna be okay, and you're not listening to the part where it's like, but you gotta do something. You're only hearing what you want to hear. And I know this is like kind of biting the way it's coming out, but some of you really need to come to and realize that you can't like, what's that word? Just kind of like, pick out the little things that you like and drop the other stuff, especially if it's resonating and you're deciding like, well, yeah, that completely is clicking with me, but I don't like it, so I'm just going to keep the things where, that creativity is going to come back, that money is going to flow in, yada yada, like all that good stuff. But, as long as I know that's going to happen, I'm good. I'll just keep doing the same old. That, you guys, no. That is a big no. If you're running from your stuff by getting confirmation through, like, watching things or talking to people, whatever it is, you need to be doing your work here. Because nothing is going to go forward. If anything, you're accumulating a lot, because that Justice reverse, you're accumulating a lot of divine karma that is pretty much going to come back and teach you the lesson with this Hangman thing. Now, some of you are going through a lot and you're finally getting to that new phase, and eventually you're going to be at that Hangman phase where you're looking back and glad you did it. For those of you that haven't started it and you're still in this Three of Cups reversed energy, and you haven't even made it to the Fool yet, you're pretty much being called out. You're being told, quit trying to find the answers when you know the answer and you're trying to skim it. Yeah, you guys are definitely getting shit. So, let's see. So we have animal coming out here. There's this little birdie holding a heart, by the way. And it says, embrace your wild side. Now, what's very interesting in this picture is that you have animal, right? And this upper portion is blue. But then we have embrace your wild side, and the portion below is red. You guys are in the blue energy up here, and you're being told to literally come down to the red energy, which is the root energy. Embracing your wild side and being connected to how your body naturally wants to do things is getting rooted in your energy. However that feels for you, that is literally what this is saying. Like, it doesn't matter what it looks like to other people. It doesn't matter what other people need. You need to realize that the reason you're feeling so out of sorts right now, and like things are just like, it's like you're wearing everything and you're saying things, but at the same time, it's like the heart's outside. Like the bird's holding the heart where there's all this blue. And like I said, some of you are moping, because looking at her face, there's a big moping kind of energy. But there's this feeling of sadness that will lift once you allow yourself to have a little more freedom instead of just shutting yourself down. And you guys literally get cell phone. What did I say about the internet and media and talking to, literally the freaking cell phone is on this thing. But this is also saying polish your communication skills. Some of you that are having a hard time in your relationships, like I said, you need to start looking at what's going on and being more vulnerable. If it's like, oh my gosh, this isn't working out, and you're constantly blaming the other person and saying, you need to change this, you need to change this, and they're jumping through hoops, then you have to realize the reason things aren't changing and the reason you're not happy is you're not working on this. Like, if you're watching a bunch of soulmate readings and it's just like, oh, this is how I feel, I'm glad it's going to get better, instead of realizing that they're saying you need to be doing some work right now for it to get better, nothing's going to change. It's not telling you to communicate for no reason. Gemini's the communicator. We got bridge. Stay strong and remain connected to what is important to you. I don't know why, but I don't feel like saying anything with that one. I don't know why. I just want to shuffle. Then we have ocean. Go with the flow and flow with the glow. You guys, it's like you guys are taking in too much information. And it's not the information that's helping. Like I said, you are retaining only what you want to hear. You need to, even if you're telling yourself, oh, I'm not doing that, you need to, like, seriously sit and be a little more honest here. Like, are you even connecting dots right now? Is kind of what this feels like. Are you connecting dots? Because, like, you need to bridge some gaps here that aren't making sense. And this go with the flow and award, accept your well-earned praise. Obviously, if you do this, you're going to be praised, guys, because it's work. You get praised for a job well done. And the thing is, there's like this energy in the middle, and all these people around, there's this like glow. I feel like some of you honestly need to, like with this body reversed over here, some of you just need to give yourself a little more attention and body love, specifically because this like glow up and like, you know, being connected and the strength, be strong, this new energy. It's like some of you guys just need new in order to break how you're looking at yourself, no matter what that is. For some of you, it can be like, you know, doing something with your hair, because there is Leo energy here and they're all about that hair. There's also trying to see what other energies chilling out around here. We got a lot of water type energy, so for some of you it could be a cleanse that you need to do, whether that's literally a cleanse of this media thing I was talking about, or it could be like a body cleanse where you just feel better. Obviously do it in a healthy way. I don't really know much about cleanses, so make sure you do your research. I am not the person to go to with that, but however cleansing means for you. And then like I said, some of you really need this rooting, grounding work, like being connected, being like embracing yourself, like your bottom of the deck is bathroom. I swear if you guys are watching this in the bathroom, I'm my god. But bathroom, and flush away all that no longer serves you. This is pretty much what this whole thing has been saying to you guys, is like there are things you just I'm done, Ruby. I'm so done. But this right here is letting you guys know there are, like I said, some of you are holding a grudge, and it's definitely not serving anything. It's more in your head than anything, and you would do so much better. You'd be praising your damn self for letting go of this stuff that doesn't, like, flush the shit down the toilet is pretty much what this is saying. Whatever you don't need, whatever you know is like really impeding your progress, especially when it comes to your own blocks over here. Like, you guys definitely have some deep subconscious things going on, and you're trying to escape from it. You guys need to go find it and see what you need to keep, what you need to pull back as your energy, and what just needs to go. Like, it's pretty much what it is. You guys are like sitting in this energy where there's stuff on you, and it needs to go. It needs to be cleansed, it needs to be flushed, whatever the hell way you want to do it, it needs to find its way away from you. And the only thing you should be keeping is what is your energy and what is your lessons. Anyone else tied to it, it's pretty much like you're starting a new beginning over here. And that's what you're walking into. And you're going to recognize what a difference it is. Like I said, this hangman energy, looking back at everything, you're going to be like, man, I was kind of that car going by. But you're going to see why things were just feeling so ick. And oh my god. Okay. We have waning moon. What do you need to release? So once again, we're gonna go back. The toilet's flushing. What are you cleansing away? What are you releasing? For those of you that didn't get it the other time, so be bold and make the first move, coming out with this strength energy. I'm telling you, guys have to be the ones to do something. do it. I think this is why those pep talks came out so much, is because, like, quit watching and, like, being little, like, picking the things out and get the message and do it. Instead of, like, just being like, oh, kind of, like, pittering off and distracting yourself with your cell phone. Like, you guys. This is, like, one big call out for you guys that picked the blue fluorite. It's what this is. Guys, you have waxing moon. The energy's gaining momentum, and it's reversed. This shit ain't going nowhere, guys. Nowhere fast. This old way of doing this shit it's getting you nowhere, and you guys know this. You know this. That's the whole problem. It's not like, you know, you're oblivious or anything like that. This is something you know. You know that when something happens, you're like, oh, I'll do something to distract myself instead. When you should be doing the thing of working through it, it's like, I'll do something different. You guys know what you're doing. I think that's why this reading's coming out like it is. We have fixed moon, hold your vision in reverse. Stop. Quit being so damn stubborn. Guys, how many times are we going to say this? This is not working. It is not. 3 of Cups reversed is not working. Distracting yourself from what needs to be done is not working. Like, cherry picking, that's what I was looking for. Cherry picking what you want to hear or what you want to take from things. There is a big difference between resonating with something and cherry picking what you want to hear and, like, just, like, leaving the other part that resonates because you don't like it. There's a big difference between not wanting to hear the truth and not resonating with something. If something's resonating, even if you don't like it, you'll sit there and be like, oh shit. And, like, you know, it's not going to be like, oh, that doesn't make any sense to me, and, like, be whatever about it. It's going to be more like a, shit, well, I don't want to hear that right now kind of thing. It's, guys, it's 3:33. Oh, my goodness. And new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. This is straight up telling you guys, stop sitting and thinking. Stop it. They're tired of you guys putting shit off. Like I said, they're tired of you guys cherry picking. This vibe check is pretty much like a call out for you guys. It's like, this is not helping you guys. It's not helping at all. If anything, it's stifling you guys. There's a lot of stuff that is meant to come through for you all, but what's happening is you're deciding to hold the vision of not working on the things and go, okay, we're just gonna keep distracting ourselves with this other stuff. And, you know, especially the stuff that hurts, we're really gonna try to find some kind of, you know, surface things to talk about, or talk about other people's problems, you know, maybe help them out a little bit. It's like, what are you expecting to happen by doing this? Is pretty much what you need to ask yourself. Like, be honest with yourself. What are you expecting to happen by doing what you're currently doing? Like, what do you want? And is what you're doing going to help you get there? Because you guys really need to, so, full moon in Taurus. Like I said, you guys are really stubborn. But your dreams need a practical plan. This is reversed. You guys are... you guys are my problem pile over here. Where you're being stubborn. Like, you don't need to plan out every single step. You don't need to know every single thing before doing things. If anything, you guys have been sitting literally sitting and not letting go of things, and sitting and not doing things because you are so off. Like I said, you guys are like off somewhere, and you need to get back in your body. You aren't in your body. You are like off in idea land, or you're off in other people's business land, or you're off in distraction land. You can't make something physical no matter how much you want it if you're not willing to be present with yourself. And that's a big thing for this group. You have to stop. Even if you need to put down your cell phone somewhere or computer, whatever the hell it is that is like allowing you to distract yourself from when you start getting the feels, make it to where if you're feeling that, go put your phone or whatever it is, the TV, if it's a TV, get yourself up and go in another room. If you're feeling this, sit with it and feel it and work through it. Because the longer you hold on to this, the longer it's just going to keep doing this, the longer you're going to keep doing these habits. This is like a vibe wake-up call for this group. Like, you know you're sleeping on yourself is pretty much what this energy is. And you need to get up. You need to like wake up from up in space, so that way like you can come, like, it's no wonder I'm having to breathe so much. You guys are like, it really is a suffocating energy because it's an endless cycle where you guys hit this thing and you're like, I'm gonna distract myself. You hit it, distract yourself, hit it, distract yourself. There is no rest in between what you're doing because it's like a constant escapism. So it's like staying on your toes, constantly planning, constantly finding little things you need to keep you doing the same thing. You guys need to break it. You need to break the habit. And it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of strength because it's like breaking bad habits is pretty much what you guys are doing. It's like you're being called out for your bad habits. But this was my blue fluorites. Now, blue fluorite, I haven't even talked about what it is yet. It is part of the fluorite family, like the green, the purple, rainbow fluorite, all that stuff. But blue, it has more of the properties, obviously, of what we would consider things like the throat chakra, water type energy, because of the blue hues. But this is also clarity, guys. This is a whole lot of honesty and clarity and seeing things for what they are and actually being honest. And I mean, you don't need to tell the whole world what's going on. This hangman's very introspective. You guys don't have all of this energy of like needing to speak out anything. If anything, you guys are more thinking to yourselves and gaining clarity. If you guys need a sounding board, there are people that you can talk to, but you running, when you guys know, this fluorite, this is knowing. This is like your fluorite's intuition, guys. It's connection. And it's also, it's very healing, but you guys have the clarity, you know the truth, and you're choosing to do these things, even though you're being given signs everywhere too. Like I said, if you guys are seeing repeating twos, you're definitely getting called out on your bullshit. But, whew, I feel like I need to go sit and take a breath now. But that is my blue fluorites. We're moving to the amethyst group. Gosh, after that last group, I'm over here like... But our amethyst. It's time for your vibe check. Adjusting myself and doing the little things. It's kind of making me think you guys need to pay attention to the little things. You guys are also kind of awkward. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I'm doing this weird feeling. Also a lot of body aches. What the hell? You guys are you got fourth house roots over here. And what's funny is my my side just kind of started hurting, like freaking butt where your root is when you're meditating. There's definitely some little things right now. You're welcome, hun. There is definitely little inklings, little things you're having right now. Like, because when I'm seeing roots, I'm thinking of the root system and how it kind of spreads underground and it's already growing before you see something. With this being reversed, it's almost like there's definitely something going on for you guys where family's concerned, something that's been growing for a while. That's starting to break the ground and come above the surface. For some of you, it could be doing kind of ancestral healing work that you did not know your family had, like, all this shit going on with. For others of you, it's almost like feeling, this is almost like a black sheep kind of thing. Like, what's coming out is making you feel very disconnected and like you were left out of the loop. But there's definitely stuff being revealed right now that you didn't know about previously. You guys have the first house reversed as well. It's like a lot of your image is based off of something that came out of family, but it was based, I feel like there's a lot of secrets and lies coming to light over here, and you guys are kind of in the middle of it, and things that you kind of based what you show the world around was like on this footing over here that wasn't healthy. And you didn't know it. It's like a tree having a rotten root system, and you don't know it until, like, you know, a little too late when you're seeing like the rotting for yourself above ground. It's already too late because it's been rotting. You guys are in this energy of like trying to find yourself right now because this is happening. It's almost like a forced breakaway from this energy. And yep, we got Mercury retrograde with reinvention. So yeah, you guys are trying to reinvent yourselves. You came across this, or if you haven't yet, once this starts cropping up, it's almost going to be like, okay, I want to remake myself into something that I want to be now, because I was doing this thing as, you could have been the face of your family, you could have been for some reason this could also be you looked like someone and it was projected on you, and it could be why this reinvention here is you wanting to change how you look in some way to put like a thing where people aren't associating you as readily with this person. There's just a lot here of wanting to break away and do your own thing, but it's because you're doing a lot of introspection and you're realizing you don't really like the fact that your image is being used in this way. And you have Grand Cross Provoker in reverse over here. You guys, even though this is challenging, you guys are, your energy isn't very pushy. If anything, it's like if you're gonna do a reinvention, you're just gonna go do it yourself. It's not like you're running off trying to make an announcement that you're doing it. It's like you're not trying to cause waves. It's more like you're finding things out and you're like, well, okay, what am I going to do to make myself happy? Is pretty much what's coming out here. It's like you don't care about the drama. There could be other people in your family causing drama, and you're just kind of like, you know, I'm over it. I want to distance myself. I want to be something completely different because I don't like being put in the middle of the image and this stupid thing over here that's not even that important. It's just people getting pissy, and it's like you want to remove yourself. You want to have something that's different, that sets you apart from this energy. So let's see the bottom, and Grand Trine blessings being reversed on the bottom. Yeah, you guys definitely see this as more of a curse than a blessing. Even if you guys come from families that have money, especially if people, the reason the image is so important is because of family, and you guys wanting to break away and do your own thing is just causing an uproar, but it's not like you're really starting anything, you're just doing it. It could be that this energy that you wanting to step forward and reinvent yourself and do something different is like you having to push against a bunch of energy, possibly even people saying, well, we're not going to support you. And you having to go, okay. It's not like you're letting it rile you up. If anything, it might make you a little more sad because it's like you would want them to support you. But it's like you realizing that your peace of mind is more important than all this crap going on around you. So let's see. Yeah, the King of Swords. Like I was saying, you guys, you're being more logical is the whole thing here. Because this King of Swords, very level-headed, very collected. He already knows the truth. He doesn't need this like confirmation type thing. He doesn't need to be part of arguments. It's just like, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to detach myself. People might see you as being kind of cold when you're doing this. But you're planting your seeds with this Seven of Pentacles over here. This reinvention is good for you. It'll be a process. For some of you, you've been already kind of doing this and it's taking a bit. Like I said, for some of you, there's like this seed that was planted in your family that wasn't a good one, and that's coming to light right now. Definitely around contracts and things like that. It could have been something with a will as well. Like, and it's like, if it is with a will or if it's with things being divided up and things like that, and you're just over here like, you know what, everyone's fighting over this, they can do what they want with it, I want to go and do what I want. I don't want to be tied. Like for some of you, this could be blood money, or like you owe somebody something, you're signing a contract in order to do this thing and be part of this mess, because it really feels like a mess. Some of you really are like in this place where it's like, I don't want to sign this. I don't want to be a part of this. I want to do something different, and you guys can have it. It's like people don't know why you're so level-headed about it. And it's because you already went through the heartbreak. You have the Three of Swords reversed here. You already have felt the pain. You might still be feeling it, but you're getting to the point where you are releasing it. It, like I said, for you guys, it's like it is what it is. It's pretty much how you guys are coming off, and it's how you feel, because you're letting this start falling away and realizing, like, you know, even if some of what I used to know was based off of like lies, that doesn't mean I still can't have my own truth. Yeah, because you guys get Nine of Pentacles. You guys, independence. From, especially if this was a family business, this is you guys gaining your own independence, especially if people aren't supporting you. Like you starting off strong, you starting your own thing. It's gonna bear fruit. It's gonna feel like a long road because the support isn't gonna be there. It's gonna hurt, but you're gonna be a little more logical and able to let go of the hurt and realize people, they're gonna be who they are, and you already understand. And look at you guys, Magician, coming out over here. You guys performing some alchemy, just straight out. You move from the King of Swords to the Magician over here. You aren't playing. Your vibe is you're over this. You're over the mess. I'm doing what I want. The shit really hurt, but it's like being logical, it's, if anything, it's holding me back. And I want my own thing. I want to be independent. And I'm going to make it happen. This Magician is like the energy of like, I can take what the fuck ever and change it into whatever I need and make things happen. Whether you guys support me or not. It's pretty much this energy right here. And bottom of the deck is Two of Pentacles. So you guys, it's interesting because I'm looking at this Two of Pentacles, and instead of it like making me think of balance, it's making me think of like you sitting on money, you sitting on a gold mine. There is definitely something here. And the reason the scales are a little tipped right now is because what you are sitting on over here may seem smaller than what you're dealing with, but this is worth a whole lot more coupled together with what you have, because it's building, than this big piece does altogether. There's like multiple areas you're going to branch off into, but it's under the surface. You're planting the seeds. It hasn't rooted yet. So you breaking away and having those people doubting you over here is pretty much, they're going to roll off and you're going to be left with everything else. Even though yours started out smaller, you weren't willing to settle. And that's the whole thing here. You guys are like, I ain't going to settle for this. I don't need this shit. It's pretty much the whole thing here. It's like, I definitely can do what I need to do on my own without all this drama. I will completely just kick it away and be honest. It's like you guys are also being honest about it, but like I said, it's not like you guys are trying to fight. You guys are just like stating the truth and doing your thing. You're not trying to stay in squabbles. You're not trying to go back and forth about how this person feels or this person feels. It's more like you're staying in what your truth is, what brings you peace, and you're being calm with it. You're being cool and collected. And people that are being emotional over this kind of like separate kind of energy, because if you look at this, you're being calm and collected and starting something, and people are not happy. Like the middle of the road here is people aren't happy. And you're able to let go, but there's definitely some residual things where other people aren't. But as you're letting it go, you're like, I'm walking into this. Like you're walking into your coin and you're walking into your power. Like it's no one's business. Airplane! It's coming out. Spread your wings and fly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys are in some kind of other thing altogether. You guys have like grand visions. You have things you want to do. You don't want to be held down by this crap. You're definitely in a place of being really just over it. And plus you see a lot more potential in your own ideas, and that's like a really beautiful thing. You have bridge, stay strong and remain connected to what's important to you. Like I said, you guys are on your own level right now. You're not waiting for other people to give you the green light. You, you're just, you're staying very connected to what you want to do and letting the other stuff go. It's pretty much like this in the middle is you letting go of what doesn't serve you. Yeah, it was fucking painful when you were going through it, but now you're like, this isn't helping me anymore, and it's bye-bye. Like, I want to go into this now. I'm done. You guys have computer, upgrade your mental software. I like how you get that with Mercury retrograde reinvention. Like I said, some of you, this reinvention, like, you're really trying to set yourself apart. You could be changing how you look. It's already changed how you think. Like, your mental software has had an upgrade. Or if you're in the process of this, it's currently getting an upgrade. But it's like you are a lot calmer with all this going on than anyone else over here. It's pretty much like you have the latest version of what's needed to deal with this, and everyone's still like 10 versions back from where you are. Your progression is happening a lot more rapidly too. Even if you feel it may be slow in some areas, it's actually happening very rapidly. And then flood, express the ocean of your emotion. The first thing I thought when I saw flood was like a lot of shit coming in. Since there is these things of abundance here and how you're kind of sitting on a gold mine, but you're having to deal with the bullshit first. Definitely a flood of abundance, just wanting to come in with these energies and you creating it with this magician. But expressing your emotion, like I said, you guys aren't trying to start fights. If anything, you're more spitting facts, and you're like, you have a lot of emotional truths that you're saying, and it just comes out, and people don't know how to take it because you've already gone through this thing of trying to understand it. And you know how to just say it. And that's why it's like you're not fighting with anybody. It's like you worked through the challenges. You did what you needed to do in order to get to this energy, or you're currently doing that. So your expression's going to be a lot different than theirs. Like, they're going to get swallowed. Theirs are swallowing. They're very, like, pull down and get stuck. Yours is more like, hey, I went through this. I already went through the flood. I know how to express myself. And you're more flying above the flood while they're sitting in it and not being happy about it. And then, yeah, you guys have mountain and hill. Reach your goals. Like, you guys are being set on this path right now that is very goal-oriented. Very independent and breaking away from what other people either put on you or just maybe societal things too. But this feels really family heavy, but it could also be society. But just from what I'm feeling, it feels more family oriented, like more personal. Ooh. Hello. So we got full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. So this is telling you guys that start planning, because it's like I was saying, this abundance thing that you guys are sitting on, once it starts coming in, like I said, it's going to be like a floodgate. You guys need to have a plan for this. It might seem like you're getting ahead of yourself because you want to be more logical, but you need to have something in place to where you don't get overwhelmed with it taking off. Because like I said, that feeling of you guys sitting on a gold mine, there's definitely a reason for it. Because like, you need to be practical. You need to have a space that is not connected to anybody for your stuff. Then we have full moon Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. this is pretty much... This is like I was saying, be calm, because other people are not gonna be. They definitely will try to hit old wounds. They will try to bring up sore subjects, like things where possibly you're working on healing, like pieces of your ego, because you are going through a healing process in this. It's just you're being a lot more detached from them while you're doing your healing process. And if you're having trouble with this, it's because you need that detachment in order to work through it. This is trying to show you guys also that there gonna be some people, because you know pride is one of the sins over here, so this could easily be, you know, them secrets and everything coming out. The reason they were hidden is people were that pride that they didn't want hit kept these secrets buried, and now you're having to deal with it. And it's like, that's why you don't want nothing to do with it. It was because people weren't being upfront with everything they had going on because they were too full of themselves, and you're like, I don't need to deal with this. I'm gonna go do my own thing. You guys deal with it. It's pretty much what this whole thing is. This could be you. I don't know why I keep hearing like name change. It could literally be you just completely starting a life where it's like, I have no connection to this shit whatsoever. Like being completely done with it. Blue moon, and this believe in the impossible. You are, like I said, you guys are being very practical right now. You're not off in La La Land. You're not, doing this thing where you're like daydreaming and everything. Like, if anything, you're being more practical, and that's kind of why they're saying, like, you know, you're building in a way that is leading to success over here. Like, you're building your way into some really good power over here, but it's like you're not you're not being delusional over here with this shit. Like, other people are being very delusional with stuff. You're letting that go. Like, and plus the things you're doing, you're not looking at them like they're impossible. Because this thing, believe in the impossible, anything you're thinking of, you're like, I can find a way to make this shit work. It's not impossible. It's just I gotta figure out how to work it. I gotta figure out how to tweak this thing. You guys have this confidence coming in, especially if you haven't felt it in a while. Like, there's going to be a surge of confidence once you start trying to remove yourself from this. If you're already removing yourself, your confidence is there, and you're just like, everything's possible. I just got to find the means, the resources, because I can find it. It's pretty much like having that self-assurance. And new moon in Gemini with communication is key. Some of you are, like I said, some of you don't even care to talk to them about it. You're just matter of fact, and that's it. You're done. That's all you have to say about that. This also is that mental upgrade energy I was talking about. Some people do not know how to communicate. Like, you worked through learning how to express your emotions. Now, for you guys, less is more. Which I'm pretty sure you guys have realized that through trial and error. Trial and error. But trial and error, you guys have, I mean, if you guys have Sagittarius placements, maybe that's why I yelled arrow. But this energy over here is like, you learned that when people are in this state and they just don't want to hear things, the less you say, the better. The less energy you spend on it, the better. It's pretty much like you're getting more peace from that. Like, that's a big mental upgrade, knowing that you don't need to sit there and defend yourself against things that people are trying to provoke you with, because it's not true and you don't care about their opinion. Like, that's a big upgrade to have. That's a lot of independence and really pulling yourself out of the shit. If you're not there yet, this is pretty much what you're working on, is getting to where you don't feel the need to defend yourself and what you're choosing to do. You're just like, I'm gonna do it. And it's gonna be awesome. And we have the full moon in Aries reversed with the fiery climax approaches. Like, you guys aren't dealing with anyone's bullshit. You're like, this thing needs to fizzle out before it hits my doorstep. I don't want to hear anything about it. I've already said what I had to say. Don't you even bring that to me. Like, you keep all your little anger issues off to yourself. If anything, you're really good about turning that back around on them. Now, some of the people you're dealing with are really great at manipulation, and that's why they're getting so frustrated with this. It could have been some of the stuff that came out as like a lot of manipulation, especially where money's concerned, like having like a coercion or just having money held over your head, and you breaking away from that and dealing with a bunch of manipulative people, and you just putting up your boundaries and being like, that's it. Like, I'm gonna be independent from all this bullshit. I'm tired of it. But you're over here like, I'm not gonna argue about it though. Like, you don't want some fiery climax. You just want to go about your way and like do your thing over here and not be bothered by anything. You just want to be left alone. And you have full moon in Pisces, balance spirituality and practicality. So you guys are definitely coming into this energy. Like I said, you guys are very practical. You got practical coming up in here. You guys can make your stuff happen, and it's because your inner knowing is really on point right now. Like, your logic, your knowing, like even you understanding like divine timing is almost like, you know, certain things are happening because it's setting you up right now. Now, don't let this go to your head, because don't let pride get in the way. Like, don't let it go to your head. But at the same time, there's a big difference between being full of yourself and having confidence. Now, if you feel like you're about to get into some arguments, that is you getting full of yourself. Having confidence is knowing, like, I don't need to partake in this. So, since that is the reading, I'm going to tell you guys about amethyst. Amethyst is a stone, obviously, of intuition with this purple over here, that connection. But this is also a great stone for spiritual gifts, clarity. This also has smoky in it too, so it's a lot of grounding, protection, clearing away negative shit. Definitely. Pretty much just like being able to transmute the negative shit into something that's a lot more beneficial. It brings a lot of luck, and simply because of the inner knowing that comes with it. It's like connection to the higher self through the third eye, but also to your guides. It's like being very open to that and tuning in. And it could be another reason why you're trying to have your independence and set yourself apart, is because you're listening to deep down what you want. Like, you're already there and you know what you want. And it's not dealing with this crap anymore. But that is going to be my amethyst group right here. So let's head into my last vibe check with my zebra Jasper group. The shy group, the ones that didn't want to come out at first. They kind of played peekaboo. You guys were a little indecisive, and I'm not gonna lie, it'd be kind of funny if you guys were indecisive picking this pile. But let's go ahead and see what your vibe check is like. Let's look. You guys feel a little I almost wanted to start singing a little bit. You guys feel a little more, almost like random songs in the head kind of energy. Um, it could just be that you are feeling either distant or possibly a little bit more dreamy. It doesn't make me feel like escapism though. It's just kind of like being not aware of it. You guys have 8th house with endings and beginnings, and this is reversed. The 8th house is the house of the unknown, which is also called the occult. But it's basically like unknown knowledge, secrets, all that kind of stuff. You have this reversed. That means it's not really secrets going on. If anything, it's like you guys know things. Some of you were very lazy with doing your taxes. That's a random thing for your vibe check. It just seems like you guys are kind of I mean, for some of you, yeah, you could be lazy for some of this because it keeps wanting to say lazy. But for others of you, you're just having a hard time making decisions, especially when it comes to dealing with other people or dealing with money or just people's possessions in general. You guys are kind of detached from relationships that you ended, though. It's almost like you're in your own little world. You're in your own little world, and we have Pisces energy. So you guys are a funny little group. You have Yod, Destiny, and Pisces, I believe, reversed. You guys are a funny little group. You're over here like, I know these things, and you know, it's like for you, you don't even have this thing about needing to believe in something. It's like you just know it, and it's a very weird thing for you guys because it's like the knowledge isn't hidden from you. With this destiny thing, there are certain things you guys need to do, like taxes. I don't know why this keeps with you guys. I feel like this is the pile that's gonna get made fun of. Not like really burnt, but just kind of made fun of. It's a little more lighthearted, a little more whimsical. It's like this Pisces energy. It's kind of like being off in like the head. It's not like you're running from anything though. It's more like, you know, you got stuff to do, but it's boring and mundane, and you like the other stuff more. But at the same time, it's like, I gotta do it kind of thing. For some of you, this is telling you, yes, you gotta do it. Or just do it already kind of thing. Quit sitting around in la la land. Yeah, you guys are just sitting over here with... Okay. We have Earth energy coming out reversed over here. We're gonna move your little dude over here, and then we got fifth house energy with creativity coming in. All your stuff is reversed. You're the only group to have everything reversed. This is really making me think of subconscious energy. You guys are just kind of floating around in your subconscious. It's probably why I'm sitting here thinking of like random songs while I'm trying to like read your cards. And I mean, you guys might be like into music and stuff, but this is more of just you're on autopilot. And that's why it might be a lazy energy, is you guys are just on autopilot. Some of you are missing signs that you need to do certain things and just kind of like floating off and like not really anchoring your energy into anything, not into any outlets. You're just kind of off dreaming somewhere, and it's like you got stuff you need to do and you know it. Like I said, this group is gonna get made fun of. This bottom of the deck. Everything I said just now in your bottom of the deck, the only upright is Aries I am. And what this made me think of is, yes, I am doing all these things. I am everything that came out here, and I'm not delusional about it. Like, I know. 8th house reverse. I know. Okay? Like, it's just, It's like, you know what you are. There's no, what you call. It's like, you're not bullshitting yourself. You know you're doing this, which is the funny part, but you guys are, like, more in this, like, chill energy. It's not like you're not running. You're too chill to run. It's like, just, I know I gotta do this, but, you know, a nap sounds really good. I'll do it later. Like, you guys are, like, procrastinating kings and queens over here. Oh my goodness. It's no wonder that tax thing was coming out so much. We are so close to the last date for that. If you guys have not done that, you need to go do it. Like, what the heck, guys? Wow. So, like I said, we have the Magician upright coming out over here. We have, like I said, you guys know what you're doing, which is why this pile is so funny. It's like, I feel like your guides are more peeved than you are with how you're acting, because it's like you're over here like, oh yeah, I know. I know I can do it whenever I want. And this chill mode is just kind of ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I got the power. I can do it whenever I want. And you got the Hierophant coming out reversed over here with this energy. Like I said, with this destiny odd thing, like, you know you got something to do and you're kind of putting it off, and your guides are over here like, are you freaking serious? You're putting off destiny? For real? Guys? It's like, because Hierophant is very spiritual to me, and you guys are just like over here like, yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, I can't with this group. You guys are like so freaking, that just wants to oh my gosh, this just wants to fall out over here. So look at you. You know you have the King of Swords, but then you have the Page of Wands reversed. You guys and your motivation is severely lacking. I can't. Like I said, you guys know you're being honest. I mean, it's not like you're lying to yourself about it. You're actually very level-headed about it. You're very logical about it. But it's like, yeah, this motivation is just not there. I'll go take a nap. Like, you're just going into your subconscious and floating around in there. And if there are ideas that you want to act on, it's like, you don't think of putting them down and then they're gone. But it's like, you have so many ideas coming in, it's not like you get upset. You're just kind of like, oh, well, there'll be another one. And I'll get that one. Maybe I'll have more energy to get that one or do that one. It's like, you... there is a difference between, like, you know... How do I put this? It's like, there's a big difference with going with the flow and just being, This is like my 4 of Cups pile. This is literally like your pile 4 and your 4 of Cups pile. You guys, like, literally have your guides over here, like, destiny, and you're just like, yeah, I'll grab onto that sooner or later. Don't worry about it. Like, I'll get to it, I promise. Like, Oh my gosh. You guys are very comfortable. Um, I mean, you guys are being honest with yourselves. It's not like you're lying or anything. Um, oh my gosh, this you have the Five of Pentacles reverse. It's pretty much what your guys over here are like. Will you get out of yourself already? Please, just get. They want to take a boot somehow and kick you out. Like, you are comfortable in your little hermit energy, just kind of, doing your thing, not really, like, putting it too much out there, not, like, really acting on destiny. That's one thing over here. They're just over here, how can you not act on destiny? It's pretty much, they're in disbelief. They're in disbelief over this. And you probably have people around you that are in disbelief that you're this lazy with it. You're just making people go, what the hell is going on right now? Because it's like everyone can see you're the magician and you know what you're doing over here. And you're kind of off floating your own little boat somewhere. And you have justice over here on the end. You guys, this this group, I swear. You guys over here are like, yeah, because the scales are balancing and I put in so much good shit. I know it's going to work out. I just know. I'm safe. My peeps are here. I've been doing my thing. I'm in my power. I mean, I know they want me to get the motivation up a little bit, but, it's gonna, like I told you guys feeling some divine timing over here. You guys are like, it's gonna happen when it's supposed to. It's like... Oh my gosh, like, this group is cracking me up, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so, bottom of the deck, I'm done. Bottom of the deck, we have, Two of Wands, and it's reversed. You over here, I don't need to look. I honestly don't. I know where I need to go. Like, you're not over here thinking you need to keep expanding your horizons. Like, you feel like you got it down. Like, you know what you need to do. You're just feeling kind of lazy about doing it. Quite lazy. This is making me think of Jupiter energy, like very expansive, lazy energy. I mean, you guys are blessed. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are blessed. This could be that you guys are having like a lot of grand trines in your chart right now with astrology, and things are just flowing easy and happening easy, and you're getting lazy because it just seems like whatever you're trying to do is kind of working out. It's like even this thing when you were worrying about money before, that's starting to clear up and get a little better. You're like, hey, yeah, this is starting to turn in my favor over here. This is starting to go good. So you're getting lazy. I'm wanting to know where the thing's gonna come in, where the guides are like, stop being lazy, because it hasn't really happened yet. They want you to. They want you to realize, like, kind of, it's fine to come out of hermit mode over here. They'd like you to come out of hermit mode, but it's not like you're not doing anything wrong, which is the funny part. You're not really doing anything wrong. You're just being a little lazy with kicking your own thing up and getting moving with it. Like, you've done all the hard work. You've gotten to where you need to be. You've just gotten very comfortable with being in your little hermit mode while you were getting to where you needed to be. So it's like being a little too comfortable in that respect. So it's like, man, I did a really good job. I can take my time now. Like, it's just gonna flow in however I want it to, whenever I try. And your guides are just sitting there like, you are giving them a new test of patience, I'll tell you that much. My God, I can't with you guys. This is just so funny. It's like, they're not even reprimanding you guys. It's like, they did everything, though. They did what they were supposed to do. They're just being lazy right now. they can't really push you to get up and do something, because it's like you went through all these trials, and you know, you think about them like subconsciously, like, man, I did a lot of stuff, and then it's like you get a lot of juices flowing and stuff, and then you're like, I don't really want to do that thing, no. It's like I'm telling you, that word lackadaisical is 4 cups energy, all this, and I love that word. I learned that word when I was like 11 when I read Les Miserables. I saw this huge word going across the page. I'm like, I have to know what that means. And I like went and looked it up. And it means that you're being kind of like like literally, like you're lacking spirit, or like, you know, the energy, the motivation. It's literally that word is kind of summing this up over here. It's like, I'm still going, but it's like I'm not full on in like chariot mode over here. Like, you guys are not in chariot mode over here. Oh my god, you guys. Okay. You're okay. This is where your guides are coming out, but they're like, come on. It's pretty much, you have church, temple, and mosque, and it's saying, recognize your spiritual authority. Coming out with this magician and the Hierophant. They're like, come on, acknowledge your power. They're just kind of pushing you guys. But it's not like they're saying, oh my god, this is making me want to cry because this is so funny. It's not like they're telling you guys that you're doing things wrong. They're just like, come on, realize what you can do. And you're like, I know what I can do, but I'm kind of tired. And god, you guys are like, chill. Key, seek no further. Your aha moment is at Two of Wands. Oh my god, this is the Two of Wands reversed. This has got to be the funniest reading I've done in a while. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like crying over here. This is the Two of Wands reversed that you guys had. Seek no further, your aha moment is at hand. Like, you guys know, it's like, yeah, everything is just making sense, and you're just flowing with it. It's like you're not even looking any further. Like, you guys know, once you decide to start doing things, it'll be good. It's pretty much how you're feeling. It's like, as soon as I decide to, you know, do this thing, it'll be good. I already know what I gotta do. I already know the trajectory. Like, you know, I'm being honest with myself. I know I'm being a little lazy right now, but it's pretty much what this group is doing over here. And it's like, if anything, it's just irritating your guides because they know you're right. They know you're right. And then we have departed loved ones. You are loved more than you'll ever know. So some of these people, your guides, are literally passed on family people. This Pisces, I believe, energy. Like, obviously, like I said, you guys are tuned in. You're very tuned in. You know. And for some of you, these departed loved ones over here are the ones that are like losing the patience. They're like just over here. They don't have the same patience as your other guides do. They're just over here like, I can't. I love them to pieces, but this is driving me nuts. They're not doing it yet. It's like they're just sitting there wondering when you're gonna do it. It's pretty much like, when are you gonna do the thing? They want to see the thing happen, and you're like, it'll happen. It'll happen. You guys have computer. Upgrade your mental software coming out over here. So yeah, you guys, it's like, you guys know that it's pretty much, as soon as you decide to come out and do this thing, it's going to be an immediate upgrade. Your family, your passed on loved ones, you're immediately going to feel this, this like, not only mental upgrade, but this energetic upgrade, obviously, because you're getting the motivation to finally do it. But it's like, you're probably going to have more of your gifts come in as well, because, you know, destiny energy means, you know, you're being given the things to do the thing. Like magician energy, you guys have major arcana energy. It's like, I just feel bad for, for the passed on loved ones, because they're kind of just sitting here like, just kind of like grinding their teeth and waiting for you to get the motivation. Literally, they're like, why? But you know your good karma's waiting, and that's why you're not in any rush, and it's driving them nuts, dude. Like, you just wanting the hermit mode and chill is driving them nuts, because they want to see the thing. They're waiting to see the thing. Ocean, go with the flow and flow with the glow. If you guys didn't get this card, I didn't know what was going to happen, because you guys are some major flowing over here. I just can't with this group. You guys know everything's chill. You guys know. You just have a knowing. If anything, you guys probably stepped into like that energy, that gift of claircognizance, that inner knowing, like I know. So it's just a lot calmer for you, much to the annoyance of the ones that are like, can you just do this already? Because you're like, oh, I can chill now. I can chill out. Because I understand like where all this is going. I feel a lot better. And you bottom of the deck, you have money. Like this chick, look at her. She's holding these bills. Let her holding these bills out to the side. And I'm hearing more music with like the freaking like money coming out, like money. You guys, I can't with this group. And this is like, discover the source of your true power. It's like they're trying so hard to inch you. They're trying because they know they can't get mad at you. You're doing everything. The most they can do is sit there and be impatient. And it's like, please just discover it. Go do it. Do the thing. And you're just like, it'll happen when it's more like you're sitting here like, you know, it's happening on your timing. Like you're the one making your divine timing. And once you tap into it, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be lucrative. It's going to be fulfilling. It's the thing you're supposed to do. And you're just like, yeah. I mean, it sounds great. I'm definitely going to do that. But it's like, you're kind of lacking the motivation at the moment. So let's see. Like I said, they still haven't been mean to you guys. It's pretty much them just saying, please. It's like begging. They're begging you to please do something. Because you did all the hard work. I think that's what it is. You did all this hard work, right? To where you understand where your power comes from. You understand because you went through all of this hard work. And that's why you're like, I can chill. I can straight up chill. But they're like, but you did the work. Now you can reap the rewards over here. You can just go in and you're like, yeah, but my bed's nice. It's like, you guys. Oh my goodness, I can't. And you guys, they're over here. They're trying so much. They have fixed moon. They know how stubborn you are. And it's like, hold your vision, and they're like, can you stop being lazy? Please? Please. We're asking nicely. Like, quit holding on to your power. Recognize your authority. They're over here just like, if they could choke you, they probably would a little bit. They're just a little upset right now. But it's like, it's almost like being upset with a kid that hasn't cleaned their room yet, but they did all the other chores in the house. But it's just their own room. And it's like, they did all the other chores without being asked too. It's like they just went out and did it, and you know, did all the hard work, made it like easier and stuff, but then like their own thing that would be great for them and make them feel great, they're just kind of chilling and not doing it, and they're like, why? It's like they want to shake you a little bit, like, why? Just clean your damn room so you can sit in it. Either that, or you've cleaned your room and then you just walked out of it after you cleaned it and you haven't been back in since, and they're just like, why'd you do it if you're not going to use it? Or it's like there's this thing of use it, like bask in the thing that you work so hard for. It's pretty much what they're doing. This whole thing is just like, please. So you got Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. There. It's reversed, guys. They know you're just lazy. You're like, eh. I mean, if it started, just, you know, it picked up and started, you'd go with it. You'd be like, oh, okay. Because you'd look at that as divine timing. But you're over here, like, you are legit chilling. You're like, oh, if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You're just so okay with it. And they're being driven nuts. But you're so okay with it that it's like, you're sitting here like, even if I don't push myself to do it, it's still gonna happen anyways. Because I set it up, it's still gonna happen. So I can either push myself and be very hands-on, or I can sit here, it'll take longer, but it'll kick off. So it's like, this is something else, I am not gonna lie. You guys have, don't let pride get in your way, and you have believe in the impossible. Once again, I've been noticing a reoccurring thing with a lot of these decks too. I mean, a lot of these piles where you guys have been getting some of the same cards. But this pride one, this is probably the only thing that they can tell you guys, because you've done all this. It's like, don't get full of yourself to where you just completely ignore it after you've built it, because this energy is like, this is making me feel, if you guys have seen those documentaries, it's making me think of those male lions that are lazy, they're kind of chilling there, they're waiting for the other ones to bring them food, and it's like, no worries, because, like, you know, everything is, it's gonna be alright. Like, you guys and your freaking music, I can't. But, I can't with you guys. I'm beyond with this group. Even believe in the impossible is reversed over here, because you guys know it's possible. You guys know it's completely possible. You know it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. And work through your fears. They're trying. Your people are trying. They're like, come on, don't be afraid of your own success, guys. Don't do it. And then new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Now, for some of you, you know for a fact, like I said, you guys are like the group of knowing over here. Some of you know for a fact that this eclipse that is coming up in Sagittarius, because it is going to be an eclipse coming up. It's going to be the same thing for the new moon eclipse in Gemini. There's going to be a full moon eclipse and a new moon eclipse. Now, this is starting the end of next month. Some of you, it's like you're being pushed, like, you can start stuff now, but some of you are like, you know, if I wait till this time, it's just going to happen anyways. It's like, you know that that's going to be the kickoff point. That's when it's really going to heat up. And you're like, would I rather just chill and kind of flow with it right now until it happens? Or do I want to kind of like speed it up a little? It's pretty much what you're deciding. And I am not gonna lie, these departed loved ones are just like beside themselves because they want to see it already. They don't want to wait a whole nother month. They are a very impatient group of people. Hakuna Matata. But it's like you guys are already expecting this to happen. Like you don't even have to be told to like believe in yourself or anything. Like you already know it's gonna happen. You're very chill about it. It's just you can decide to make it happen faster, or you can wait until like when it just is naturally gonna go poof and like kick off. It's just up to you guys, pretty much. And bottom of the deck, new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. This card is reversed. They're literally trying to tell you guys you're lazy. They're straight up telling you guys you're lazy. Like, they're like, what the hell? Your hard work isn't paying off because you're not doing anything. It's like you did the hard work and now you're just like, eh. It's like you're not collecting the reward. It's like you went and like fought a boss in a video game and then you just decided to leave the loot behind. And you're like, eh. Like, it's fine. I got the experience. That was what was important anyways. It's like, that's kind of what you guys are doing. And they're like, oh my god, I can't. What is this? Like I said, that shaking feeling. Like, they just want to shake you guys. I can see why now, after this reading, why the crystal was kind of like, where the hell is your guys' crystal? Because you guys are just kind of like, eh. It's pretty much what it is. It's gonna happen eventually. It's pretty much what it is. Like it'll get picked eventually. The crystal eventually is gonna end up where I can choose it. Is the whole energy. This zebra Jasper over here is very protective. Obviously, you got some departed loved ones showing up over here. Very protective energy. It's very grounded energy. It's very stable energy. It's just feeling very secure. Which obviously, if you guys are feeling pretty secure right now and just chilling, like you guys are pretty much getting it down over here with this. A lot of hard work, a lot of clarity, a lot just in this. Let me see something. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like, this is... Zebra Jasper is all about balance. It's literally, like, and you have Justice, Libra, balance. But you literally have the balance, the uniting of feminine and masculine, yin and yang, all that kind of stuff. And balancing the chakras, physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual. It's like ground, it just literally, all the scattered energy is just so like not there. There's no scattered energy. You guys are chill. And I do think it's funny that it's a stone of balance and you have Justice representing Libra over here. But let's, you guys, you're a funny little group. I mean, I'm happy for you because obviously you've done a lot of work to get to this place, you know, and it's good sometimes to kind of bask in the fact that you did a lot of work and you want to chill out before jumping straight into, like, the destiny energy. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes people are going to get impatient with us. Not just our guides, but, you know, people around us too will get a little impatient. But by no means does that mean you need to rush yourself. Everything's going to happen when it's supposed to anyways. But that was our vibe check-in.